43% of 300. Can you calculate it in your mind without using pen and paper? Now, for these kind of calculation where the digits have zeros in it, it's very easy. You can simply multiply 43 times 3, and here is your answer. It is 129. So 43% of 300 is 129. How did we get this? 43% means 43 upon 100, then times 300. Since it has two zeros and 100 has two zeros, we can easily cancel them out. Therefore, whenever the digits have two zeros, it's easier to calculate in your mind. Just multiply it with the first digit. So 43 times 3 is 129. There is another faster method that you can use. For example, in this question, 43% of 300, 43% you can break down into 40 plus 3%, and 40 times 3 is easier to calculate rather than 43 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12, so you can easily write 120, and then 3 times 3 is 9. 3% of 300 will be 9. 120 plus 9 is 129. This is one way. What if this number is not in 100? For example, you have 28% of 576. Now there are no zeros here. Can you do it mentally? So you break down this 28 into 20 plus 8. Now it's easier to multiply 2 to 576. 20% of 576 means 20 upon 100. So we can easily write it 0.20, or it is 0.2. We cancel this 0 and this 0, and it is 0.2. And now multiply it with 576. Multiply it with 2 and write decimal after one digit. So 2 times 6 is 12, 1 is carryover. 2 times 7 is 14, 1 15, 1 is carryover, and 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So 1152, there is decimal after one digit, so you write decimal after one digit, so it is 115 decimal 2. So 20% you calculate, it is 115 decimal 2. Again multiply with 8. 8% means 8 upon 100, and it is 0.08. So multiply with 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 4 is carryover. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 4 is 60. 6 is carryover. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 6 46. Now decimal after two digits, so it is 46 decimal 08. Now we have to add these two, 115 decimal 2 plus 46 decimal 08. So it is 8 2 decimal 6 plus 5 is 11, 1 is carryover, 1 plus 1 2 plus 4 is 6. So 161 decimal 28. So 28% of 576 will be 161 decimal 28. So by breaking down this percentage, we can calculate much faster, because multiplying 28 to 576 is difficult, but multiplying it with 2 and 8, a single digit number, it's much faster. Let's say you have to calculate 15% of 150. Now 15 times 15 will be difficult, okay? So we will break down 15 into 10 and 5. 10 plus 5 is 15%. Now 10% of 150, it will be 15, because we can simply cancel this 0. How? 10% means 10 upon 100, and then times 150. So we can cancel this 0 and this 0. 10% is simply a 0 removed and the digits remaining. So we remove 1 0 and it is equal to 15. If 10% is 15, then 5% will be half of 10%. Half of 15 means 7 decimal 5. So 15% will be 22 decimal 5. Simply if you have to calculate 25% of 350, let's say. Now if you're going to multiply 25 times 35 and then divide by 100, it will be difficult. Break down 25 into 20 and 5. Now again you can multiply it with 2. 2 times 35 is 70. So 20% will be 70, because 0 and 0, these 0 gets cancelled with 100. So 20% is 70. 10% will be half of 70, that will be 35. 10% is 35. So 5% will be half of 35, and that will be 17 decimal 5. So 70 plus 17 decimal 5, that is equal to 87 decimal 5. So 25% of 350 is 87 decimal 5. So by breaking down this percentage, the calculation becomes much faster. Did you like this method? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching.